that he and I, that was when I was 11 years old, and Tom was about 21 or 22, that we do some of the traditional fishing that we often did on Pettigene Creek down at another part of Arkansas.
Uh-huh.
So we both agreed, and that involved getting minnows from the stream, catching perch, what we call perch, and setting out what we call then set hooks. They would be placed out for, you would find a suitable limb, and that action would be done from the rowboat, and we would put out the set hooks and go back the next morning and do what we called in those days running the line.
Uh-huh.
At that time, I was attending grade school at Lucas. So we went about that operation, but on this particular morning that I'm telling about, Thomas, my brother Thomas, who was 20 as you noticed, said, oh, of course my name is O.K.A., but we call it oh, I believe it would be all right with our father and mother if you ran the line this morning by yourself.
Uh-huh.
So I was astonished, but glad to have the recognition. And then I went, and I'll say again, I was about 11. So that involved a trip going over off the ridge that we lived on our farm, Sand Ridge, and over the next ridge, Gill Ridge, and then down the side of the hill, and to the boat landing. Now the Wade family had a boat landing and a boat, all those things that go with it. Nothing fancy, just practical things to have on the river for fishing.
Don't worry about it for that one.
And I was excited being along. And I had the family shotgun. I could shoot a duck if one appeared. And although that was not duck season, there would be a few of the wild ducks that came down and patronized that part of the creek. So into the boat I got with all of the excitement. I wish I could show the excitement again now at this age, but I cannot do that, of course. And I rode down the stream. Really, I rode up the stream along the bank toward the nearest shoal. The nearest shoal was about a half mile away upstream. You know what a shoal is, of course.
Yes, sir.
It's one of the shallows on the stream of that type. And as I paddled up that stream, I saw a limb on the tree to which one of the hooks was fastened. Going real quiet. And from the story I had heard from my older brother, I knew that must be a big one. What in those days in Arkansas he called a, if that matters, a big one. But I was trying to learn to speak correct English, so that later on I could go to the school of my dreams, which was West Point. And assuming that this fish was a good size, I put on my leather gloves.
Huh? She said she don't
That would
know.
be an ordinary work glove, leather glove, and then rode up alongside the boat. And the fish, of course, the fish didn't know that he was doing it. He was really helping me. Because as I took the line, I'm sort of left-handed, and I swung him. He swam hard and came up, and I pulled him over into the boat. Remember, I was an 11-year-old boy. And I may have been barefooted at the time, probably so. But I was not wearing shorts. I was wearing regular trousers. So I swung the fish into the boat. It was a big one. And I sat astride of it. I didn't take a chance, want to take a chance on losing that fish. I'd have something to talk about and something to bring about almost forever, even until now, at this old age. And I better get the fish settled. It didn't matter if the fish had some things on its head that could be used in a prick. It didn't matter to me. I was going to sit on it, but I'm going to lose that fish. And then I took up the job of getting it out and getting it hung. So I had to untie the line from the tree, limb of the tree, and
Your mom said that
then
you all had
began to
napkins.
roll, and I rowed that
Hers.
boat back down a half mile or so.
Guess mine is here.
But the shotgun was a part of the picture for me, and I did not want to lose the gun, but so I decided I would put the fish through the gills of the fish. It was pretty good size, you know, it's going to turn out to be 21 pounds. And then sit on the fish too.
You don't use the zoom,
Yes,
right?
I
Just
did.
so you know.
Yeah,
Okay.
about to.
Okay.
And we rode back down to the boat landing, which was the Wade boat landing in that creek, in Pettigene Creek. Big Pettigene. And
Are you gonna do the cutting?
then began the safe job. I would run the boat up on the water, on the bank, on the mud bank, the slope mud bank. Pick out the fish onto the shotgun barrel. Put it over my shoulder. Remembering now that I was an 11-year-old boy doing all this, and the fish turned out to be 11-pounder. Then I hit the bank, went up some probably 50 or 75 feet, and found a small tree and tied this fish. The hook, the line, to the little tree so it wouldn't escape. And went about some other small chores, getting ready to go home. Home to me then consisted of going over Gill Ridge and going over up Wade Ridge for a half a mile or so, that was called Sand Ridge. And then, of course, at my age,
bet.
but that didn't affect me. I was must have been as determined as any person who was a pioneer. Was one of supposed to be the boldest of all the people who settled America. I don't know how I made all those miles that I just told you about, but I did.
That was a good story, Pepe.
But I got within a half mile of where my mother lived, or my father's mother lived, or where we lived, because our farm, it had been homesteaded by my family when we first came to Arkansas. And when again, as I just said, when I was within a half mile of home, estimated, I called to my mother, "Mother, put on the pot and have some hot water with which we can use to loosen the skin on this catfish." I guess here's the size. Bigger than I was, maybe.
Better keep your hands there. Better zoom back in so.
And
okay.
she was not surprised
How
at
big
me.
it was?
When I
He was
got
just showing
home,
it wouldn't fit in the picture.
the big pot. There was a special pot there, heat water for skinning catfish. And
12 minutes.
she must have said, and I don't remember for sure, "Whoa, son, how did you get that big fish up here all by yourself?" Mother, I don't know, but I've been excited, and it's such an important event in my life. Thank you for having me, and I will go about getting the skin loosened on the fish so that we can take that off, and then have, well, we better have the fish weighed. Yeah, I have missed that. Find out just how much it weighs. And at that time, I took the time out to weigh it. It weighed 21 pounds.
Woo!
21 pounds. Well, I had heard of fish being that large called big pettigene. Big pettigene was one of the principal creeks that flowed into the Arkansas River about the middle of the state. Anyhow, the skinning of the fish would be not necessary to this story, because I had watched my brothers do the same act before, and with the fish hanging from the same limb of the same tree. And I withered down out there, and then I took that fish into Mother and said, "Mother, let's have a good clean fish with this. But this is, don't forget, this is a 21-pound catfish."
I just did.
And I should have
That's nothing.
enumerated James
That's nothing like the one
by
that's.
me,
It's good. It'll go.
a country boy who had declared himself determined that when he grew up, he was going to win an appointment to West Point and attend to that big school up east. The one that had been attended by Rory Lee.
Yeah, why don't you tell us about that book you read, Pepe?
and others.
No doubt.
Okay, but we're also
And
going
maybe
to.
that is enough of the story for me to tell now.
Oh, two great men, Robert and Lee.
We did have that fish for the family, and I don't remember for sure, but we must have
Minuscule picture, isn't it?
Yeah.
Picture of the water, picture of leaves, and there's a
containers with the fish to some of our neighbors.
great light.
Thank you.
The one.
Thank you for it.
Bravo, James O.
Thank you. Why don't we put our names here, all of us, in big blood letters, and put it on a song, and then when Emily here, for example, is here.
We'll do that after we've opened the presents. Why don't we go there? Yeah, James said that was.
Thanks, James. Yeah.
That was.
My guess is just my being here.
That is. No, I'm fine, because I think being the youngest, I guess I have to give out the presents, or is that James's job?
Yeah, James can do it. I had to do it last year.
James is the baby.
Oh, no, I don't want. I think the idea is I'm working on. I think the idea is that if you've got 5,000 dogs and
Oh, 5,000 dogs, yeah.
79, 80 groups of types of fleas. So you take 80.
No, I want to talk about it for later, when I'm
Okay.
thinking about
Yeah,
only that.
I
okay?
understand right away, which is good.
Which is good.
Okay, we'll start off with you, Mom. Yeah.
Okay.